Hello and welcome. Right, just prepping a little, yeah, but just done a little bit of changing. It was a little bit hard there. There was a bit of drops. I smoothed and softened it a little. So, well, I never noticed it myself, so I don't think it's anything you'd notice. Got this ready. Tipped the fertilizer or lime. I can't remember. I think it was lime actually into the silo. Well, not the silo because I'm not sure the silo will actually take it. But we do need to repair the BTF 4000, and we should have somewhere about here, which I put right in the wrong place, right where our repair point is. Of course, it is going to be a busy session, but I thought I'd at least start by chatting. Ooh, yeah, but before we go into the time lapse that is gonna be basically right, repair. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, that one we're doing a repair. Yeah, and that one shouldn't be damaged at all. Stick this just down here. Right, brilliant. Fantastic. Let's fill this with some of the seeds. We should have enough left to do this. I got the plough ready. I should have, but I'm not sure that we will. We may have to might have to have the yeah, we're the same refill tipper. Why are you not listening? Right, I have edited the XML, something I haven't done since FS19, because I felt strongly about it. I thought, oh, come on, it's not that tricky, really. Oh, we've got some eggs. Excellent. I think that was it. I think because we did sort of, so we've got 1500 litres. I don't think we've got any more. So let's get this following, and we may. Yeah, canola's not too terrible on seed, so we might get away with it. And also, there's only one field that's actually ready right now, and that is the field that we finished with the onions in it. So let's get this going over there. It's not well. No, I did say actually. No, I did. I said two. Yeah, but obviously the other one is we want to. We've got a lot of straw to shift basically, so we'll not be like doing anything in there anytime soon. No, we're going to get on with that. Well, I'm going to make a start on it. There's a lot to be shifted. I'm not sure. Mind you, we have got we could at least store the straw into the farm supply productions. I'm not sure Cavalier Roy's got a use for it in here. So right, indicate. Let's not forget. Right, so I've moved the harvester, which we do need tomorrow, so there's no point in sending it back. I know we're going to get walloped, but we are anyway when we order it again, so it's just one of those things. Right, 61 should now pick up our changed boundary, really. Let's switch that off straight away, because we are not going to be needed for quite a while. Nope. Stick you on the edge. Or outside. Oh, I see what I need to. Yeah, I do. We also did all. Yeah, we not. No, we weren't worried about the. There's a lot of collisions in quite broad places, but I do get the feeling that Marv, it was sort of like a labour of love. I think by the sound of it, because a conversion for somebody else. So maybe that's why things are a little bit different than they normally are. Right, so then, well, we need to go grab the. Oh, this is going to be a pain, isn't it? We need to grab the. We've not got a. Now then, let's drop that. Please me, I put that nicely in the right place, and now I've got to go grab it and take it across the road so that we can stick those last 8 odd tons into. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, pushed it into a rock. Right, let's use a brain and not try to struggle. Yeah, that's more like it. Let's make the job easier, not harder. I think this, yeah, I was quite pleased with that because I've said this quite a few times. I have got a strange brain, and so I don't like anything that doesn't work as. Oh, okay, no, it really doesn't like that. Okay, so it's got to be a tractor. We've got plenty of tractors. We're all right. We can sort that. Okay, so we need to grab Massey's gone, and actually the little type the fence will do. Actually, you'll do for now. You will. How do I get the light, this posh light thing on the roof going? That's all my lights. It's got like lights at the back, but no. Perhaps it hasn't got any lights at the. Yeah, maybe. I do like this. I mean, the 7250, it's faster than it should be, or faster than it normally is. So this could be an enhanced model. It's got front loader attacher, which it doesn't normally have as well. Right, let's grab the red rock. No, we actually need to grab this first, and then grab the red rock with the. So it's turning out to be a major. But that is, yeah, it is what it is. You got to do a job properly. We need to be quite low to begin, but got to be careful not to oversteer, which is my usual problem with this. Because I oversteer. But we have got to steer quite severely to turn that, which is going to mean it is going to like do a bit of wobbly. Alright, okay then. So, what else have we got? A little fence. Can probably take that. It's not the end of the world. Whereabouts is it? Somewhere over there. It's hiding. Ah, it's got to be in. I think it's over. It is by the cows. Yeah, it is. Oh, it's worked. GateHead Farm cows, 0 out of 2,000. Food 100,000, water 100,000, milk 180,000, straw 100,000. I thought I may as well do a little bit while I was there doing it. I thought let's do this properly, because something I said once when a modder had changed one of the original chicken things, they didn't change the amount of food, and obviously if you do the amount of everything else, you've got to really do the things that match it, otherwise it makes no sense. And it's true, they ran out of food too quickly on the chicken place, because I've got to get the right one. I think that's it. Otherwise it makes no sense. Yeah, you can't increase one capacity without completing another. It makes no sense. Well, we'd only need the little one, which is probably better for this. It's not a real powerhouse, is it? Yeah, I don't think there's much difference though, really, because it's only carrying 8 tons after all said and done. So, you know, the amount of times I reverse like halfway across the yards, you know, seriously. Right. Yeah, we'll go into a timelapse now. There is an awful lot for us to do this session, the same as there was an awful lot to do last session. So yeah, I'm hoping that we can get the straw done, and see if it's popping. No, it's not. That's more like it. Right, I'm going to say my words. Yep, I'm going to see guys and gals on the other side. I think I'm going to call this the end of the session. I was just going to like rejoin it, but I think it's going to be quite long already. I know I've not finished the work, but that's not really the point. Yeah, that's nearly done. I mean, we've got cleanup to do, but this has done almost all that it's done. It's not done a bad job. There's a lot of bales. It's going to be a session in itself, but we've got 2 canola fields done. Well, almost. Yeah, we're 1.5 fields, I should say. But I say this is still going to continue. It's going to be a monster. All of the sessions have been really about 3 hours long, so we're getting a lot of work done. We're not seeing any gain for what we're doing, but that's soon going to happen. It really is. When we're only in September, we've literally not come very far at all, really. It's just while I'm chatting, let's work and talk. Definitely. Right, we need to switch auto drop on. Number 10. Fantastic. Yeah, while we're chatting. Yeah, it's they are all long sessions, and it is sort of. I mean, I could easily switch on the fertilizer mod, and I don't want to do it. I want it to really bring out a little bit like Fairhead, where Marty set me the challenge of not doing certain things, because it's so easy to give in to the and it's really. I won't say easy. You've got to still have the things to do the fertilizer mod, but it's one of those things you can easily fall back to because it's good, like the BGA is good and all that type of stuff is good. So you do that, but it then becomes, I think, a little bit. I mean, there are certain staples, but what I mean is you don't just see the same all of the time. Although there are always going to be a bit. I have to keep saying this. There's going to be a bit like the production shed. You always are going to need lime. So yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's 5,000. Make yourself some lime. But you're always going to need fertilizer. You could create your own fertilizer. But it doesn't usually end there because you like think, yeah, but it's a really lucrative business. And then, of course, you start doing that. And then before long, you're doing fertilizer. And then you do the same on the next and the next and the next. And yeah, it sort of becomes a habit. And I'm doing it on almost all. And again, I don't understand why in some ways. But sometimes I just like to draw the line. And I'm sure everyone else would appreciate the fact that... yeah, I mean, Hobo's Hollow. There were no fertilizer mods back then anyway, but it is true. I mean, and I suppose the other thing is, there is a bit of a predisposition to doing a lot of mods. In the early days, you'd probably always do the slurry yard, and you'd probably always do the BGA, because it was the only way you could do certain things. I know, I do understand that, but what I mean is I'm trying really now to move to doing a central mod, at least one, probably either the farm supply or the farmer jeb, and on this that's what we're trying to do. But also like work with the maps, what is good on the map, like I mean, there's a lot to go on this particular map. There really is. The map maker Marvvv, I mean, has done amazing really on the sheer just amount of things. And on hard economy, even prices that are not too shabby. Yeah, there are some really. Let's just finish this on this bit. Yeah, it is. It really is very, very good. So I just want to sort of show off like the map and what the map's got to offer. So rather than do the fertilizer, but it is meaning, because I'm deliberately holding back, we're not really using very well. I mean, there is still going to be a bit of it, but I'm using something different. And it's that I didn't do that mainly for that, but that doesn't mean to say we're going to have to do something, otherwise we're not earning anything, and then we're just going to come, all we're relying on then is just our generator, and I don't want that. That's just as boring. Yeah, we do need a bit of a lifeline, I think, because especially as we're choosing this the route that's a little bit harder, we do need some income. So it is an income stream. So, and it's a genuine one. It's a good one, but yeah, it's just being sensible. But I don't want to like just do exactly the same all of the time. Even though, as I said, there is a bit of an overlap, and there always will be. It's and it is also on hard economy one of those things you can sort of rely on. So you're gonna sort of lean on things that are good rather than things that are bad. But I still am trying my best to sort of make this so that it's not samey, and that we are doing something different, and also going with the map. That's what is my real intention. Right. Are we going to go on forever, or if we're going to tidy this up next time? Let's do one more bale, and then that'll do me. It's yeah, because I've still got to come back with the forage wagon to get it. Yeah, the Omatana and the fluffy mods are one of the few things that can still, even these 5.7 meter ones are still too big for the baler. Yeah, it's quite amazing how big the windrows are. You imagine how big the 12 meter ones would be. You sort of have to, with the 12 meters, it's a bit of a waste of time to have the workers do it, because the windrows are so large, you've got to like hit it on the left hand side and then go over it on the right hand side. You really have got to, yeah, sort of like do it twice to actually do it, which is why I frequently lease the fluffy mods on, when I'm doing these kind of, and I do like to do this because it does produce such good straw, but I did think it really is for the oil that we're doing it, even though even that really is not going to bring in on hard economy. It's good, but it's not that good. Yeah, it's a bit deflating when it's 2,000 for all that hard oil, when obviously on normal it's like 4,000. That's a real good earner, and obviously your oil splits in two. So, but sunflowers aren't very good, so 2,000 is better than 500. So it really is that simple, that it's just simple mathematics. But yeah, we're still going to do well out of it. It's just a sheer amount. But I suppose the thing is, I think when you're stuck in a month that you've been stuck in for a while, you sometimes can't see the wood for the trees. We'll do all right. We are. I mean, I'm trying to be a little bit frugal on what I am spending. That's why I bought only one thing of seeds. I thought we only need one. I think we can do it, but it's going to be close. And I didn't want to run out, so I thought, well, I'll get that as well, so that we literally can finish it. So let's finish this bale, and then that's it. We'll start the. I wanted really to finish the seeding. Are we still? Yeah, no, we've missed one row, which we might do. It's not doing badly. We are nearly there. I don't know why we just don't crack on. Just finish. It's going to be quite a lot of chatting though. That's what I thought. It's going to be like next time. I think we've nearly cleared this side of the field up, and we've done very well. I mean, I'm not even going to attempt to grab the bales. That's one thing I would say. Even if no matter what, we're just doing this, and 4 meter seeder does take a while, and we've already done this field and the other field next to us, as well as clearing all of the straw from the other field, and pretty much on this one as well. So it's only so long, so much work anybody can do. But we will have done well on the straw though. This is quite tremendous. Yeah, I mean, we got 400 tons to fill the manure making mod, so that in itself sort of speaks highly on what we've done already. Let's just get these little pips. It's true, actually, we have nearly finished this. I think we probably will persevere and crack on. Just, even if the straw is just the cleanup is all we do. It's just, I hate leaving jobs. I mean, you can never, on a farm, you're always going to have a job, and you're always going to have another job. But but finishing the job you're on is what I like to do. But that's why I really would like to get the canola plant. It's ever so funny seeing these strange colours though. You know, the blues and the reds for sunflowers, and it's sort of weird how you get used to those little, you know, like yellow for sunflower and all of that type of stuff, and then you come on another map and it's a completely different colour, and it sort of like throws you a bit, or me. Yeah, I'm not very good with change. I think COVID taught me that. I always thought I was quite an adaptable person until COVID, and that's really flummoxed me. Nothing like it had ever come close to sort of flummox. I know I'm not alone. I've spoken to quite a few people about their reactions to COVID as well, but it was it didn't compute to my brain because there was nothing that I could ever. There were similarities, but it was such a unique event with such strange reactions that it really sort of threw me out. And for months, I just couldn't adapt to what was going on. It was strange. We all hated it. I know that. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I don't know whether. I think I class myself as lucky, even though in some ways, I think I was never sort of. I was always working. With being in an IT environment, I also went to a new job, and that was learning the job. And yeah, then I worked for the schools to begin with, which obviously that was classed as one of those jobs where you need to be at work. So I never got any furlough time or any time off at all, which, as I say, I think is better. I think listening to what other people say who were furloughed and all the rest of it, I think at times they were going stir crazy. So even though it was really odd and strange for what was happening, I still at least had some sort of normality at a time when there was no such thing as normality, really. But yeah, it is true. Let's get these pips done as well. Wow, it takes an awful lot more. I think I've done one, and I'd probably missed. No, I did. Yeah, I did. Right. Yeah, it is. It was but we all know it's a very strange time. But yeah, it is. I'm only sort of speaking, and also it is something to talk about. But yeah, no, it did wander to that conversation sort of straight up. I'm not trying to like force it or anything. It was yeah, followed on what we were discussing. Not too bad, really. Because again, I'm not going to get every last little pip, but it is, as I said quite a bit ago. It's sort of like it's. I used to think it was. I used to think people were greedy, but it's not about that. It's about finishing the job. It is. Again, I always try to black and white things, and life isn't like that. It's not just black and white or just greed. A lot of the time, it is that professional pride to say that I've done the job. I mean, of course, there are little tiny bits that are you gonna not go back. I always say that about those 50 litres or 220 litres that you get those little corner swishes when you're doing the way that I do on courseplay. I always have said, well, would it in real life be economical to use the harvester to go to those four corners of the field for 220 litres? But I think it's that again, it's not about it's about finishing the job. I think that's what it is to me. I know the job's finished, and we've all got standards, you know, like where you accept that's finished. Where my standards used to be that I was quite happy to leave, but as I've sort of got into the game, and it is about finishing the job to most people's standards, what most people would accept as finished. Where, I mean, and again, there are most people who would understand it's not worth going back if I've missed a tiny little dot on the other side of the field. But when you look across the field and there's no massive windrows and you've got nearly all of the thing. Or sometimes, as we've all been caught, when you can see or you think you can finish that last bale because there's a few little pips. Like now, it's sort of that you like looking across the field, you're thinking, "Am I going to finish this?" Because we're running out of straw. But it's like sometimes you're like thinking, "I think I can just about do it." And even if you don't, it's that sort of. It is nice when you do. Very nice feeling when you sort of just manage to finish that last bale. But we all know you can't always do it. It's dependent on what's left on the field. But I think we'll be close. In fact, I'm not sure. I was trying to think if I've missed any big winners. I think we've done all of those. It really is now just a matter of. I mean, yeah, we've finished all of that side now, so we are literally. Yeah, sort of finishing off as we go along, so we are doing well. We are, I was going to say, actually, there's not an awful lot left. Yeah, will we do it? That is the question. And how are we doing on our... Yeah, I mean, this is a side job. I'm only doing this, really, to get that canola field finished. If we get this bale done, I'll be very, very happy. Yeah, we are actually running out of... I'm not sure we're going to do it. I think we've run out of... and there's not much on the other field either. So I think it is what it is. Next time we do a bit of straw, we'll finish his bale off. In fact, actually, it'll be grass. Yeah, it'll rob a bit of grass, won't it? To I think we've got to finish. Yeah, there's one round. I think I kept on trying to get the row. It kept on hitting the thing. That's it. It looks like 2 to me. I kept on trying to put it on the track. Why do you always do that to the front box? Let's get it done. There's 2 rows. I apologise all for these because I think this is the one where you would literally do it like that, lift it, and then have to. Because I think you break the tines going around in corners. So I've tried to be good. I will. I'm trying to do this properly because I'd like to get into good habits. I mean, there is a little bit of movement. It is, you're allowed to sway a little. I know that from listening to Frithgar when he was on about ploughing. He said you can't plough around a corner, but you can move a little. It's not, like it's a little bit of movement. Smashing. Let's get these corner marks done at the same time. Few little tiny bits, not a lot though. Yeah, it's obviously it's not the biggest of things, but I've got to be honest. The more I look at farmers locally in my areas, not many of them have got massive. Like, in fact, it's very rare in Britain I see anything bigger than 6 meters. Even the bigger farms. I mean, I often see 3-meter odd ploughs and things like that, and they're big fields. So I've got to be honest, I think a lot of it's cost, and the worker will just work from dawn till dusk on that field. So it literally can be a field. I've seen it this week with the sugar beet fields. It's sort of like you go in the morning and then you come back at night and they're like halfway through the field and you're like, well, you've been on that all day. Wow, people just don't realise. And even on this, I mean, I'm doing long sessions. These are long sessions. And I mean, obviously, the bigger your seeder and planter, the quicker it's going to be done. But what I mean is it's mainly with farming equipment, it's the cost. It's very expensive. So even if you're doing well, sometimes your time is perhaps the cheapest element. I mean, and also, it's a bit like, I think it was Clarkson's farm where he worked out his wages were like, it's £2 an hour or something silly, or less, some 50p or something. It was a silly amount of money that he actually earned. So hour for hour, sometimes. I mean, you will get it back eventually. It's like any business. again, it was a learning curve for him. The first year, you can't ever class your first year as like the norm, because it's not. It's you're gonna do better than that when you learn the little knacks that make it worthwhile. It does just change. So we can do this. The end is in sight. It's been a monster of a session there. Hoping I don't have to split it, but the chatting's going to be quite a while now with me sort of taking over. But yeah, each one of the sessions has been an hour long, and that's with the monstrous time lapse. The 25-minute time lapse is like nearly an hour and a half real time. So, and I've had quite a few of those. Yes, yeah, it is true. I'm trying to make it. I felt recently there was a bit of a turning point. Vlasic, I felt that was more farmer centric. We sort of did have a central, the harvest productions by Despledge. That was our like main sort of thing, and I'd never done that before as a main. In fact, I think I'd never done it. Had I? No, I think Vlasic was the first time No, did I use it on? No, I didn't. I think it was my first. I really do think that Vlasic was the first time I'd used it. It was one of those where I shouldn't really have done it. It was one of those where you're like thinking, well, I know it's good. I've seen the prices. I think I placed it for a test on a map, and the prices were good. And I thought, I reckon this is going to be all right. And again, it was prices similar to what we're seeing for the oils, about 2,000 and we got some wood chips, and it really did end up being a very, very good business. Well, it did. It was the hinge pin. I mean, again, it was hard economy. I'm trying to play all of my Let's Plays as hard economy. I'm not sure about FS25. I think I was going to. I think, to be honest, I don't think none of us need that additional pressure when you're learning, because there's going to be changes. And I think it's a bit unkind of me to like go. I could do it. I could do it. I know I could. I think it's nice to learn, and also the other thing is, there's not going to be the mods. It's going to be sort of base game. Well, it is going to be base game, and it's all. I always find it when it's truly base game that it's tough. Giants don't seem to really want you to earn. The equipment's very expensive, but there's no way to earn massive money unless you just go. You really got to dig deep and do massive, long, huge sessions, and it's sort of like then it becomes a bit like a lot of games I played when I was younger. They call it grinding, and it is true. That's not really what games are about. There's got to be a bit of hard work, of course there has, but yeah, Star Wars before they ruined it, you did have to do quite long sort of things to actually make the crafting element on that game was quite in depth. You really did have to grind to sort of like to get to the next sort of level, and to be able to make that next bit of equipment or medicine that was good, or yeah, it's true. Let's just get this little bit done. Yeah, and I think that the grind ruins things a bit. There's got to be a little bit of it, but when it's all grind, it's it takes the. A game is supposed to be about fun, and of course there's a work element because this is a work-related game. So of course there's skills that you've got to learn for driving and position, and it is true. I've said this. This is probably one of the steepest learning curves of any game, because you're sort of like doing many things. It's not just about being good in the fields. You've got to also be a good like manager of the farm. You've got to get a good grip on productions and crops, and like what it entails and how long it's going to be and all that type of thing to make. I mean, you can sort of make money on almost anything. Because giants have sort of, if you work it out, the crops are all the same in a way, and that's what giants did design it that way, so that it doesn't matter if you're doing soybeans or sugar beet or whatever. It's all sort of commensurate because you're getting more volume. So in some ways, a long time ago, I thought, well, actually, really, then the best crop to do is soybeans because it's you're taking less off your field, which then means, and it is sort of true. But then I thought, yeah, but who wants to see me do soybeans on every single Let's Play? You can't do it. I mean, probably one of the most work intensive is the sugar beets and the new carrots and the vegetables. And I mean, you can do vegetables. It's just sheer volume. You can do them and make a real. It's one of a real good money spinner, but it's volume. You need a big trailer because you're going to be running shed loads of like 400 tons from a decent field you can get of carrots, and you're only going to earn 40 odd grand from doing that. But 40 grand's not bad from a field, and that's what I'm saying. But it's a lot of graft to grab 40 grand from that in comparison to, I think, I'm on automatic pilot now. I think that's it. Yeah, the 2 posts. So we've got 2 canola fields. We have not, yeah, we're not going to go. We want to, yeah, we can see that I haven't fertilized this. That's, yeah, no, it's been too long a session. I'm glad we did. I thought we would. I knew canola was a good crop for planting. It's not quite as good as sorghum, but well, I don't know. I think they've changed sorghum a bit. Sorghum used to be the sort of one that went on almost forever. It was quite amazing, sorghum. I remember Calmston. I often, it's yeah, I do go on about that one. It's true. They did a monster field. Not done. I've done a sugar beet field, and obviously you literally fill in the cedar or planter like mega amounts. And the when I did sorghum, it was literally seemed to like hardly touch it. I've got half a seeder left, and I'd like done this one of the massive fields on Calms, and I thought, wow, this is an amazing sort of thing to seed. Well, there we are done. Yeah, did I show? Let me show how well we did. Yeah, because we've not sort of shown all of the straw and things like that. So yeah, no, we know about the sunflowers, 50 odd tons. We'd still need to do the farmer jab. We still need to buy a field, even if it is that other one. I really wanted to do the animals. I'm really sort of hankering. I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. The money's going down. It may be that it's probably better, but the trouble is with your animals, you want them to breed. So if I put them in September, next September they're going to give birth. Whereas if I do it next March, it's then another 6 months, another year before they give birth again. So, or to give birth. So I'm sort of caught. But then the canola's one of our main canola. The sunflower oil is going to be one of our main incomes. So if I don't put that down, I suppose we could do it early next year, January, and we could do the animals. We've got enough cash to buy some. It's 100 grand for 60, and then we've got to feed them. So we could do 100. Sorry, 60, not 100. I think 100 are cripplers, and that would be next year. It'd be a decent herd of 120, and it's not going to cripple us. We've got all of the TMR, we've got plenty of straw, so it's not going to cost us more than just the animals and the time each day to feed them. So, I think we could do it, and I don't need to buy it for once. And not that it's not terribly expensive on almost every map, but it is, yeah, one of those things. Right. Anyway, let's show you how well we did on the straw in the yeah. So we filled that, um, almost filled. It was 370 something, I think, and TMI is still going nicely. We'll run out of hay and straw. No, the hay will be the one that we run out of. And we've got, oh wow, 155 tons Oh, TMR, look at the digest date on that. That is amazing. Grass hay, we can switch off now. And the other one, is it above that? It is the farm one. So no hay. Now that's the one we need to buy hay for, isn't it? I'm sure I put some straw in it though. I did. 250 tons. So there's way more straw in that. Just really to show you the straw that we have actually done this particular session, and then there's straw in the windmill was more than that. Yeah, we did. Although we didn't put as much. We've still, of course, got all those bales, which I think the time saving stock check actually does show you 741 tons of straw on that field in bales. So yeah, I think I don't know if I can get the VQR platform into the field. It's the turning. So I think we're going to have to TPS all of them up this end, or again, and this is what I'm saying. I keep thinking I really need a farm supply production in the field for like chucking the straw in. It's quite a way down there, and all of this lugging. There's a couple of places we said about leasing and that's what I'm saying. It's all costs. We could sort of stick one probably where that big tree is, or maybe just there because they're not very large. Yeah, I mean, there's a few places we could put a farm supply production, but you've got to think about getting in there. But you only really need it when you're doing your straw once a year. If you're going to do a straw crop, it's more for the storage of straw than anything else. So, I mean, this is going to grow obviously in the morning, and we can't, unless you did them just through the entrance, which is possible. You've got to be able to have access to it really. So that probably is one of the few places you could put that's such a beautiful small building moment on as done. So yeah, I'm debating inwardly, but it's 20 grand. It's another 6 grand. It's leasing and I mean, yeah, we're going to have the wood chips, which how are wood chips on the map? Is it the best? This should be about 500 if they're good. Yeah, that's a good price. It would normally be 1,000 on a normal economy, so it's tough to make cash, but it's still. So if we sort of lease that, we probably will more than break even with chopping quite a few of the trees down. That's another session in itself. I say it's all work, 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 but I am determined I'm going to try to do my best, and I do think I'm not doing badly really with how many sessions I've done already and how big each session has been. A monster, really has. So. But that's where I'm going to leave it. I think I've showed you everything. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.